bookshelf. I'm Anna Roshi. And today I'm going to be doing the Chronicles of Narnia, the Silver Chair, and this is the 6th book. After this, I'll review the last one for you guys, and you guys will probably finish reading it by then, hopefully. The summary of this amazing, wonderful book is Jill, Paul, and Esther Scrub go to Narnia by the mighty Aslan's will, and they must find the Prince Rillian, but they must brave the dangers of menacing giants and other grave dangers that they have to pass by. Then they find the underworld, not the underworld ruled by Hades and Greek mythology and everything, but the Narnian underworld. Then what happens is that they find the Earthmen. The Earthmen lead them to their master, the White Witch. The very witch who in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe tried to kill Aslan, but the stone table worked as magic. The White Witch who left Narnia in an endless winter forever. The White Witch who was in the first book, the magician's nephew. And the White Witch who was the sorcerer Jadis. They're showing the snake on the cover because Prince Rillian was in an enchantment with the Earthmen and the White Witch. And Jadis had Prince Rillian under an enchantment. And then, do you know what happened during the enchantment? He was locked to this chair, and every midnight, if someone took a sword and cut him free, then he would be free of his enchantment. But if someone didn't, then he'd just stay like that for the whole night until he was safe enough to unbound. That was the only hour when the witch's enchantment didn't work. But she managed to fix that with, the bounding on the chair and everything. So then, what they did was that Jill, Paul, Esther Scrub, and this very gloomy Marshwiggle named Puddleglum, he was with them the whole adventure. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention him. They all decided to creep into the room when the single hour the prince and the enchantment happened. What happened was that they took the sword and they found out if he was trustworthy enough, and then boom, they cut all the bounds. But then she asked the Earthmen not to disturb her. So then what happened? She was a powerful witch, right? She can transform into a serpent, and then she did. So then that's why they show a serpent on the beginning. I will not tell you if Prince Rillian is killed or if the serpent is killed. I will not tell you the ending, for that is for you, my friends, to read. And I enjoyed this book very, very much. I've read this only 2 times because once I took this big book, it had all these stories that I'm giving you to you separately and jumbled into one big book, and it was called The Chronicles of Narnia. And then every single different book was like a different chapter. Like when those moral books and stories have those different chapters in them and like that? That's exactly how the big book was, except that it was 1,000 times bigger than a small little moral story. And I have not seen the movies here, but the movies look very exciting. I want to see them. I think they're PG-13 or something. I'm not allowed to watch the Harry Potter movies either. I learned from this book many, many things. And I also learned that if you're like a spy, then whenever you want to say, if you want to get down, see better, the S makes a sound that enemies are more like to hear you whisper. So then you can say C better, or Z better, or G better. Something, anything. Just don't say S. I think that one of the things that I learned the most in this book is that you can accomplish anything. You just need to know. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Oh my gosh, I'm in such a good mood. I just finished the last book. I'm also kind of sad too. I won't be able to read these books again. I wish that the author would keep on writing books forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever again. This book is basically about when, Jill and Paul Estush, who saved Prince Rillian, as we learned in the last book. It's King Trian in this book. So then King Trian's great times 50, 50's grandfather, his great-great-great-grandfather was Prince William. So, wow, long lost descendant. So you may be wondering why they're showing a unicorn on the cover. Sure, we've all seen unicorns, rainbow little friends. They're not rainbow, they're just white. As this bow and this unicorn. So, anyway, the basic summary of this book is when Prince Trian decides to give himself up because the Calamen are all like getting into Narnia and stealing it from the Narnians, then they like Prince Trian and his best friend, the unicorn Jewel, the unicorn, and I think it's a pretty good name. So then Jewel and Prince Trian, they're very angry about the Calamans. So then they decide to get them away, and then they kill them. But they don't kill all of them, they only kill 2. But they feel shame that they actually killed because the Narnians don't really kill until like they're in battle or something. So then they decide to give themselves up, but they're really sad with themselves, and the Calamans took over Narnia and everything else. And so, because Aslan, the mighty Aslan, they say so, has ordered these Calamans to take all the talking beasts of Narnia and put them to work. Wow. But then that's literally impossible. They even harnessed and even used a whip on a talking horse. Who would think of harnessing a talking horse more or less using a whip on it? Wow. Anyway, so then they go to Stable Hill, and then let's just fast forward to the part when King Trian is captured. And then Jill and Paul Estuche from the other book, Silverchair, what they did was that on that book, they helped find Prince Trillian. So then Prince Trillian's great-great-great-grandson is Prince Trian. So let's get back to this. So then Jill and Paul Estuche, they rescue Prince Trian and they have to get away and try to stop the Calamans from taking over Narnia. But then, do they win the fight or do they not? That's for you to find out. And this book, the ending was so spectacular. Never mind, I cannot tell you. It's a mystery that you need to find out. I can't tell you how much I love this book. It's the best book you could ever have. That's why like the last book in the series is always like the best. I think the life lesson of this book is that there's never end to anything. Even if the world ends, you will always remember that the world was there. So then it's still alive in your memories. Nothing ends is the lesson of this book, and that you should be grateful with what you have. So with that lesson, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you guys later. We won't be reviewing Narnia books anymore. And that's it.